OK, let's discuss the summer's transfer dealings in a little more detail. Our reporter Adam Reed joins me now. Let's look at the top four in the Premier League, because they've most of them been busy in recent weeks. Let's start with Manchester United, and in many ways they've had the most eye-catching deals, haven't they?
Very much so. We've just heard from Bastian Schweinsteiger there, and he comes with a great pedigree from Bayern Munich. They've signed him on a 3-year deal. You can't help but think that maybe he might have come just at the right time for Bayern Munich as much as for Manchester United, because they would have kept him potentially if they really did have a need for him. But he's signed a 3-year deal, and you can see there, having a look at Manchester United's other signings this year, Morgan Schneiderlin plays in a similar area of the pitch to Schweinsteiger, and he's got lots of Premier League experience. He's played for Southampton for 3 years. He went with them actually down to League One, and then he's come all the way back up with them. So it's really a key area of the pitch that United have addressed there. Central midfield. A lot of pressure has been on Michael Carrick in the past couple of years, but now it looks like they've brought in some reinforcements. Memphis Depay, as Van Gaal mentioned as well, he's come in with a big reputation, had a really good World Cup last year, and they beat off competition from Liverpool to sign him. So, I mean, another small victory for United over Liverpool.
Absolutely. Let's move on to the champions, Chelsea, because Mourinho said, didn't he, I'm happy with my squad, essentially. I will only add with better players. They've not done too much business so far this summer, have they?
They've been active, as you'd imagine that they generally have, but Mourinho likes to do his business early. He signed Cesc Fabregas and Diego Costa early in last year's summer transfer window, and you can see their name at the top of that list, Nathan, the young Brazilian, 19 years old. They signed him from the Brazilian league, and he's immediately gone out, one of a long list of Chelsea players to have gone out on loan to Vitesse Arnhem, a very close partnership between those two clubs. You've got Radamel Falcao. He's come in. Mourinho said he was sad to see what had happened to Falcao at Manchester United, so he's given him the Colombian captain a second chance. And that name at the bottom there, Asmir Begovic, that's a great signing. Great goalkeeper, great pedigree. He's come in from Stoke for £8 million, but you can't help thinking he may just find himself as a cup goalkeeper behind Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah, and of course, one went from Chelsea to Arsenal. Let's speak about Arsenal, because they got their man early, Petr Cech, but you'd think they'd need a few others if they are going to mount that title push.
Yeah, that signing of Petr Cech triggered the Begovic signing to Chelsea, and it was a great signing for Arsenal, a really good coup for Arsene Wenger, because it's an area of the pitch that fans were asking they would address. Szczesny and Fabianski haven't quite done it in previous years, same as Ospina, but now Petr Cech, he comes in, he's got a great resume at Chelsea, and you know that he's going to be a success, and he comes in also at a good age of 32, but then it's gone a little bit quiet for Arsenal since then. Always linked with a striker. Benzema's a name that always brings up, but at the same time, it's not a lot going on, and they're on their Far East tour at the moment.
Of course, Manchester City, all about one man, really, isn't it?
Well, we can have a look at their signings so far this season as well, but there's one name that really does jump out there, and that's Raheem Sterling. It's the one that kept going, and they finally got their man earlier this week. They signed Raheem Sterling. He's a record for a British player. A couple of other names on that list. You've got Enes Ünal. He is a young player coming from Turkey. He's actually gone on their pre-season tour, made his debut in their win against Adelaide United. But you've got to think, with the relaxation of financial fair play, they could be making more deals still to come this summer.
And let's just think about the best of the rest. And I guess Liverpool really catches the eye just because they've signed so many. Will it be enough quality, though?
Well, they've really changed tact, considering the signings that they made at the end of the last season with the Suarez money. They signed a lot of players that they thought were real potential rather than any established players. But this time round, they bought Nathaniel Clyne. He's got Premier League experience. They bought James Milner. He comes with Champions medals from Manchester City. And just earlier this week, the speculation over Christian Benteke at Aston Villa, that Liverpool are mounting that release clause bid that will see him move from Villa Park to Anfield.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. Adam Reed, many thanks for bringing us up to date on everything summer signings.